I am so looking forward to this.
Are you?
Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea because you're so creative. And you bring an aspect and a uniqueness and a refreshment. Thank you very much.
I did not bring liquids other than water with
no,
lemon.
but I mean refreshment in the mind, for marketing. So now,
absolutely.
So tell me, you're a marketing expert. What is your niche? What do you do differently than the other marketers do? Because I know you do stunning stuff.
You know what I think makes it different than the way I do things is I put the people first. I don't put your customer first. I put you first. Because at the end of the day, marketing is a conversation that you need to have with the people that you want to help. And I find that a lot of times the traditional way of marketing has been about selling something people may or may not need. We got to have this conversation. Originally, marketing has evolved out of our communication era, like television and radio, and we had to interrupt to get attention to sell.
Right.
And when you apply these older principles of originally how marketing established itself, it didn't necessarily transcend where we are now as people. And now we have people stepping in and saying, I want to do something different. I want to help people. But you can't interrupt people the same way and say, hey, do you got a problem? I can fix it for you.
Yeah, that model's broken, isn't it?
It just doesn't work anymore for certain industries. And yet nobody really has stepped out and said, there's a different way of doing this.
But you do.
I do. And I learned from some people that I started hearing because I could hear them finally. I could hear people online, certain marketers that were internet marketers that have used the internet as a place to leverage their voices.
Okay, wait, you say you can hear them.
Yeah, because I find that most marketing, you're in competition with everybody else's conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you differentiate yourself? I mean, I spent lots of time going to numerous networking events, and they're giving you that 30-second elevator pitch. And it's your name, what your business is, what you do, and then you get to sit down.
Yes.
I have no idea how you help me. I don't care what I do care what your name is, so I know how to contact you.
Yeah.
But the problem I find is that most of us forget that we are actually consumers. And our brain doesn't sit back and say, I'm going to remember John because he's an accountant and he knows how to do bookkeeping for small corporations. What they're going to hear is, oh, if you're out there and you're working with people, and I was to step up and go, do you have a problem where you're not really sure if your deductions are going to meet and maximize your corporate assets because as a small business corporation, you have different variable needs than, say, a solo professional business who isn't incorporated. Can you have the same deductions? Is that something you're concerned with?
Mm-hmm.
What if I could save you more money? Or what if I could show you a better structure? Is that something that would be of interest to you?
Yes. So you're sending out an invitation.
All of a sudden, I've turned around and said, I like positioning problems. What problem can I solve for you? Because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about helping you figure out how to solve the problems that you have.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I take differently with marketing. I've taken some of the things that we used to do when I learned this actually because I started copywriting. When I owned my own company as a wellness center, we didn't have big budgets to hire full-on departments. This is something that I love about small business, is that you become very innovative. You become the owner of not only of the business, but you learn how to wear many, many hats.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
My ex-husband was the chiropractor. I had gone in as the admin staff because somebody had to help run the business. And during that point, I started taking on my own career paths as well and wanted to come back and do, I became a certified art therapist. And I thought, okay, we're under that same wellness umbrella. The problem is we still needed to communicate with people. Somebody had to communicate. And he was in the office all day working with patients. I'm still out front, but I could write. I'd have these gaps of time. So I went and started learning how to do marketing. That's why I know marketing, is because I had to market my clinic. And then one of the things I found because of my therapy background and my ability to be very creative as an artist and always been on the creative side is that it became really fun to write to people